All right, all right. Hello, Gun Nation. Hopefully, y'all can hear and see me. I am in Mena, Arkansas, which is a little backward ass town if you've ever heard of it. It's Mena, Arkansas. It is a trip. So anyway, but we'll go ahead and jump into it. We got Scott79, Rusty Taylor, Threat Cadre, my brother from another mother. Got Mike High, Lynn Holt, and he says, "Greetings, salty ones. Are we salty nuts, or are we just salty in general?" I've got Pistol Pete, Dirt Track. Hope everyone is doing great, and I'm sure more people will jump in. We got DC in the house. But yeah, it's been a very interesting day running all over the place. I was in Fort, where the hell was I? Fort, hell, Threat Cadre knows. Fort Smith, Arkansas earlier. Then I drove out this way trying to make my way home, but I kind of went a little out of the way because they had a whole bunch of road construction and wrecks and everything, and I actually ended up here. I mean, I've got people to see here, but hello, David Wilcott. How are you? Floridian Polk. Anyone watch Brandon Herrera boxing match? I saw the somebody had filmed it with the camera, and I saw it. That was pretty cool. Glad he won. That's cool. But yeah, we've got some stuff to talk about tonight. I want to see if anybody is excited about the new RMR HD, the Trigicon, and then the new Trigicon. What is it called? RCR or something. The little closed emitter. See if anybody's excited about those two. If you haven't seen it, there's already some videos on it. Hello, Redbird. How are you? Hope you are doing well. Ooh. Hello, Chris from the 740. And Chris from the 740 has a chat after this, so if y'all want to tune into that. Hello, Bald and Curious. I hope you are doing well, sir. He did okay for just being a dude. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I'm just a dude. Hopefully, we don't have internet problems. I mean, I'm serious. I don't know how well they feed the squirrels around here to keep their internet running. But yeah, this is a little ass town. I mean, I think honestly, I'm probably the one with the most teeth in this whole town. Hello, Rich B. How are you? Hope you're doing well. But didn't know if anybody was excited about the new Trigicons. The closed emitter and then the HD. It's kind of a little bit bigger than the the regular RMR. The new HD version is, and then they say that the window for the closed emitter is kind of like the size of the Acro P2 as far as window size. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But they've already got pre-orders for them, and they're $645 for the pre-orders. So I'm like, damn. But it is all made in America and all that good stuff. So and I'm sure once this is because it's the release, but I'm sure, or the pre-release. I'm sure once they come out and have plenty for everybody in the market, they'll probably come down in price. So I'm probably going to wait. I don't think I'm going to get one. I won't get one immediately or anything like that, but I probably will get one. Yeah, I like little ass towns too. Floridian, I cooked out the other day, but I don't really think I got a bunch of sun. I had my cowboy hat on and I was under an umbrella, but it was freaking hot. But it's probably just these lights, to be honest with you, and that shit wall back there. I'm at one of the motels, the kind you drive up right to your door, and I mean, I could actually see. I could easily, if I was a bad guy, I could easily get a credit card, or excuse me, a coat hanger through that door, and probably pop that handle and get into this room if I wanted to. I mean, they're not going to leave this room, but it wouldn't be shit to break into this turd. I already had to fix the AC. It was rattling, so I had to take my little pocket knife and take the cover off of it and fix it. It is what it is. Hello, DB. How are you? I do like small towns. I like kind of like the small towns with like the really cool. Fort Smith is kind of cool because you know like the old town, kind of like historical buildings and stuff. You know where it's just that. This place doesn't have that. It's just kind of a little drive-through place. Yeah, I've been to Hot Springs before, Lynn. Let's see. How are red dots with X magnification? Are they hunting worthy? I was talking about the red dots on pistols. I mean, I guess you could hunt with them if you wanted to. I mean, you could put them on like a PCC or an AR if you really want to and use them. But it's just one. It's just regular magnification. I've never put a magnifier behind a pistol dot. Maybe you could. They'll be room temperature. Yeah, they will be. 10 millimeter is definitely, hello Taylor. 10 millimeter has definitely made a comeback and has taken the throne over 40. Almost everyone makes a 10 millimeter from High Point to Nighthawk. That's true. That's true. Yeah, 40 is dead. 40 is completely dead. I'm not knocking it if you have it. It's just completely dead. I mean, ammo sits there and gets dust on it. I mean, I'm talking just boxes, not cases. Yeah, I'll wedge a chair up under the doorknob tonight. Actually, there's not even a chair in this room. Most of them do put chairs in their rooms, but I'm not that worried about it. I'm not a skittish person, um, and you know what's right here and what will be right beside me. So yeah, they are. They're definitely motels or old school. That's all that's in this town. There's just little motels. There's no like hotel. It's just motels. So didn't really have a choice. And I've stayed in some of these little motels, and they're not bad. They're actually kind of quaint and everything. And this one, you can tell they kind of tried to do a half-ass remodeling job, but it looks like Ray Charles did the painting. And it looks like Ray Charles hung shit because it's all crooked. But that's just me. A YouTube channel fixing things in a hotel room. I think I've told you before. I've had to fix like shitter fans because they were rattling, ACs because they were rattling, multiple ACs. Like little kids put shit in them, like crackers and paper clips, all kinds of shit in there. So I've had to. I even pulled the blower motor out of one. But I mean, I don't like going that far. I'll usually just tell them to change my room. But one time, the hotel was completely booked up, so I just took the case off and went into the blower motor and pulled the paper clips out of it. It was two paper clips. I don't own any 10 millimeters anymore. The last one I had was a Smith. It was Smith and Wesson Big Chief 10 millimeter, I believe. Um, nothing wrong with them. It's just you know. Let's see here. DB said, shot my first free dot, probably means red dot, on a pistol yesterday. I think I'm hooked. Yeah. Oh, red dot. Yeah. It is. It's definitely fun. It takes a little bit to get used to, or took me a little bit to get used to because I was so used to irons. But after that, yeah, I'm hooked. I mean, it's so difficult to go back to irons. I can still do it, but why be front sight focused? Doing that, and when you can be target focused and also be aware of your surroundings, much better. But that's my opinion, probably everybody's opinion. Yep, 40 had the FBI wanted 40, and then they realized a lot of their FBI people couldn't shoot them, and that kind of was a fad. Hello, Red Menace. How are you? Red Menace is in the house. Could a 40 be converted to 10? Yeah, I think in the right frame it could be. I don't know if you can. I don't think you can do it in a Glock. I don't know of another one. Oh, well, the FN or the excuse me FK Bruno, it has a 7.5 and can go to 10 millimeter. and I think also 40. So it has a 10 millimeter. You can get a 10 millimeter, a 40 barrel, and then the 7.5. So that is cool. Yes, DWX. I've actually seen them at Gunbroker. They were like $2,200, and now they've gone down to like 19. So Gunbroker, or excuse me, not Gunbroker. Grab a Gun had them as well, but they had limited supplies. But I'm sure they probably sold out. I don't know. And here's another thing. Y'all can see behind me, I have not sat in that bed, laid in that bed, or anything. But you see that shitty ass comforter, this blood red thing? That's the first thing that you take and you chunk in the corner when you come into one of these rooms. You do not sleep on that damn comforter or have that thing anywhere around you, because when people come into hotels like this, that's the first thing they get busy on. Not trying to be rude, but take that shit off and throw it in the corner. Yes, you're exactly right, Red Menace. Yep, 40's niche is USPSA. I just, Pistol Pete, I would love for, people to make more 45s, but honestly, I think they're kind of phasing a lot of the 45 out for 10 millimeter. It's just not a demand for 45 anymore. I'm glad that I have my 45s, and they're still going to be available in all of your 1911s. But it's just, it's kind of became a niche kind of thing too now. Pistol Pete, I almost spit my water out. Put a quarter in that vibrating bed. I don't think there's no little coin machine on the side, but who knows? I haven't officially stayed. Yeah, I did take that back. Well, this was a long man. This was forever ago, way back when I first started traveling. But there was this one hotel I stayed at, and it was a heart-shaped bed, and it had a freaking hot tub in the corner of the room. And if I still go to Odessa, there is a hotel there now. Wyndham owns it, but it's in Odessa, or excuse me, Midland. It's in Midland, and it's owned by Wyndham now, but it used to be called the Fantasy Hotel. And in the rooms, literally, you walk into your room, and in the corner of your room is a freaking hot tub. It smells like chlorine and dog shit. It's so freaking nasty. It is horrible. Cigarette burns everywhere. I mean, you can tell what's been happening in those rooms. No, I don't want to use a black light. Nope, nope, nope. Floridian. You start using a black light, you will sleep in your car, I'm sure. Hello, reloading from the hot pot. How are you doing? Yeah, Tanfolio does make a lot of calibers. They are good about that. But only 45, only relevant, yeah, 4570. That is a good one. Yeah, I do still really enjoy 45, but I'm old school and grew up on 45s. So a lot of people didn't and don't really care anything about them. 45 really doesn't have any flip. It has more push. That's what I notice. You know, where some, and of course it depends on the gun, but most of your 45 1911s just have push. I'll tell you what they do have in Arkansas. It's pretty good. It's Roadrunner water. It's just their brand at their grocery stores, but it's from a spring. It's from the Watchaka Mountains in Arkansas, from a protected spring there, and it actually is pretty damn good water. I've been buying the crap out of this. I just finished that one off. I've been buying. I think I bought like 12, 8 or 12 of these things, something like that. Let's see here. So 45 is being phased out. What caliber would you buy in a new 1911? If I was buying a new 1911, now of course 2011s, I definitely prefer a 9 millimeter. But if I was getting like a single stack, wanted like a cool 1911 or something like that, I'd probably still try to find it in 45, because that's God's caliber, in my opinion, because that's what they were made at. If not, I would probably, I don't know, I'd probably get a 10 millimeter. Probably would. I don't need a 1911. I have plenty of them in 2011s, but IBG said, I would like to try that Trijicon RCR, Honest Outlaw, try to destroy us and barely scratch it up. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's going to be a really good option. I'm just going to wait till the price drops down. Oh, another thing, and I even tried to fix it and I can't because the shock's trashed. Y'all can probably see how low I'm sitting in the chair. That's because the second you sit in this chair, when you raise it up and you sit in it, it just goes all the way down. The shock's blown out. So that's why I'm sitting on the floor with my arms up so freaking high. Because the bed is not that tall, I promise you. Do I have a favorite pocket gun? I really don't. As far as pocket gun, Keith, I don't really put a gun in my pocket, and the reason being is, I do a lot of driving, and if something were to happen, carjacking, whatever it might be, I can't get that thing out of my pocket because you're sitting. And I know if you were walking around, cargo shorts or whatever, or not cargo, I don't wear those anymore, but like golf shorts or something, I would probably still appendix carry. I just don't. I put my wallet in my front pocket, my keys, and then the other pocket I put my phone. So I just don't really have a space for a pocket gun, so to say. Um, but a lot of people like doing it. And also the small guns with my hand size. By the time if I did put a gun in there and I got my hand in my pocket and trying to rip a gun out of it, I'd be dead. So I don't even mess with it anymore, to be honest with you. Just my opinion. Everybody else can do what they want to do. It just doesn't serve a purpose for me. 4570, yeah. Hell, you could look at 3030. I mean, 240 or 243. I mean, there's so many. There's so many old calibers that still get the shit done. 30-06. So 1911 through 57 Sig. I don't see those two. I don't see those very. Gosh, who was it that made it? It was a really high end. I can't remember their dang name. Somebody did make a 357 in a 1911 though, and I can't remember who the hell it was. 38 Super is legit. Man, it's expensive though. To buy and shoot and all that shit. 9mm, 10mm for 1911. Yeah, I'd get a 9mm or 10mm. It's just whatever you prefer. Yeah, IDPA Brass Goblins. Yeah. Yep, 38 Super. With the RCR, how good is the battery in cold, as in 32 to 20? You know, I've had all my dots. We've had below freezing. We had the ice storm and all that shit in Texas. All my dots still ran fine. I will say this: you've got an appendix. It's close to your body. Your body's warm. You draw it out like that, and you can now. This is what I use, but you can get fogging on the glass. However, I use cat crap. You can clean the glass real good, front and back, and then actually rub cat crap on it. You can get it off Amazon. I rub cat crap on mine, and it's like an anti-fog agent. And since I do that, and I do it periodically, like I don't know, I'll apply it like maybe once every 3 months or something, every 4 months. And it hasn't been cold recently, but when I did it before and it was cold, I tested it, drawing it out, and it didn't fog up. So in my area now in Alaska or something, who the hell knows what it's going to do? No, I don't. No, I don't carry a 38 Super. No, no, no. But I have shot a 1911 in 38 Super, and it's awesome. Think you're better off sleeping in your car, yeah. Sleep in my clothes. Lay on top of the bed with your clothes on. Yes, Pistol Pete, the first thing when I saw his video, the first thing I thought of is when Napoleon Dynamite had that little Hulk and he had the string wrapped around it and he threw it out the window of the bus and was dragging it. That's the first thing I thought of. Yes, that is it. Lynn Holt is Coonan. Yes, Coonan. That is it. That is the one I was trying to think of. Yeah, that's a pretty cool. That's a pretty cool pistol. Hello, Clyde Cumberland. How are you? That was the one I was trying to think of. See, I knew y'all would know. Y'all are on the ball. Yeah, cat crap. No, it's not literal cat crap. It's called cat crap. KAT crap. And it's they make it in a little red, thing. You pop it up, and it's like a paste. And then they have the liquid. And I have both. I have the paste and the liquid, and I highly, highly, highly recommend the paste. And what I do is clean it, and then I put the paste like on my finger, or you can put it on a rag, and I just rub it on there real good, rub it on there, and then I kind of let it sit for a minute, and then I just kind of polish it off, and it worked great. No, that's the real name of it. It's called cat crap, David. Yep, you can buy it on Amazon. I live to see Big JJ reference Napoleon Dynamite. My life is complete. Tina, come get your ham. Come get some ham. Sitting around talking to hot babes all day. And I don't know what it is. I think Napoleon Dynamite's freaking hilarious. It's kind of a cult thing, but it's funny as shit. Anti monkey butt powder. Yep. Swamp ass powder. They haven't. I saw this other thing. It's called butt butter. I don't know what the hell it is, but I saw it advertised butt butter, and I'm like, what the hell's that? I think it's something for swamp ass or something. Never used it, but and what else? There was something else I was going to tell y'all. Oh, I got to check out a Ford GT, the original GT again today. I did see a different one that's not a replica; it's a real one. The guy's restoring it, and he's got a long way to go, but the body's actually straight. There's only one lower part of the front quarter panel that has a little damage, but it's a body shop, and he's repairing it and everything. And man, I was like, damn. And I asked him what color he's going to go with on this, and he's going with silver, like it's going to be an old school silver sparkle, like the old school sparkle, and black deck stripes on it. And I was like, that's going to be sweet. Arrow is good. I mean, I personally have never had any problems with Arrow, and I think I've got two or three Arrow lowers and one Arrow upper. I personally haven't had any problems with them. What's up, Links Defense? Links Defense is in the house. If you need a great rifle bag, pistol bag, whatever, this is your man. Made in the U.S. Good stuff, good stuff. Links Defense makes damn good stuff. Matter of fact, those are pretty much the only pistol and rifle bags I use. And I have shown it on video. I had some other cheap China brands. The freaking zippers busted. The little zipper pull snapped off. They're dog shit. And his are American products. Yep, cat crap. I use it on a lot of stuff too. I don't just use it just on guns. I've used it on sunglasses. I used it on my safety glasses back in the day, because your safety glasses could fog up, and I used them on those too, and they work great, and great on sunglasses as well when I played golf. Diaper rash, okay. um, I am putting butt butter on my steak. Oh boy. Hey, no problem, man. You know I like your stuff. I've even bought them. He's given me bags, but I have bought bags as well. So it's not like he just gives me stuff and I talk about it. Hello, Pranic. How are you? Anyway, but the GT was pretty sweet. He's actually managed to get some OE parts. Now, of course, not brand new ones, but he's managed to get some of the OE parts, and there is a replica company that makes OE standard parts. So he's gotten some of those, and he's going to bring it back to pretty much original, except the wheels and tires. And it won't have a stock exhaust. But yeah, that car's gonna be pretty impressive when he gets it all done. Any quality difference between the CZ P10 made in the U.S. versus the imported P10s? No. I have the importeds and I have the U.S. mades because I have three of them, and no difference. I can't tell anything. One just says made in the USA, um, or actually, I think it says Kansas City, USA, or something on it. But no, I mean, same quality. I haven't noticed one difference. I mean, between them, they run great, so no problems there. The U.S. made optic readies do not have cold hammer forged barrels. I didn't know that. I thought this all CZs were, but they might not be. I don't know. I just assumed they were, honestly. But put it this way, the U.S. ones are way more accurate than I am, and the Czech Republic ones are way more accurate than I am. So, I mean, they all shoot great. Yeah, they're really pushing out the CZMs. They're trying to blow those out. I've seen tons of people have those things on sale, um, trying to move them out. I didn't even know there were that many of them. I guess in the whole system, maybe there's a bunch of them, but I don't know anybody personally that owns one. I know I've seen them on YouTube and things like that, but I just don't. I don't know anybody personally around me that has one. Yeah, because I know all my Czech guns do have the forged barrels. I just assumed the U.S. ones did as well, but let's see here. Oh, and he was also redoing an El Camino, and you don't see those too often. I mean, you do occasionally, but he has an actual true SS 427 El Camino that he's redoing, or I'm sorry, 396, a SS 396 El Camino that he's redoing too, and it's the blue with the white stripes, and it looked pretty nice too. He's almost finished with it. A lot of people didn't like the El Camino, but I always kind of did. You know, it's not roomy inside, but I always thought it looked kind of awkward. But those things can move. A lot of people, because they were so light in the rear end, they would put a lot of lead plate, depending on the engine and everything in your setup. They would run traction bars in the rear to keep the damn rear end on the ground, and then they would load the rear with lead plates. They would just weld a lead plate in the whole bed of the car or the truck hybrid, whatever the hell you want to call it. Ooh, what handgun is the most difficult to strip down? Huh. Trying to put my thinking cap on. 1911s can be kind of cantankerous. You got to line everything up and pull your pin, but I've done it a million times, so it's not a big deal to me. Trying to think of one that I've had or have that's like really difficult. I think anything with a learning curve, once you take it down a few times, um, trying to remember if my high power was that difficult, but I don't. I mean, I haven't had it in forever. It was a Belgian one. I don't think it was that difficult. I guess right now I would say 1911 or 2011, but it's not any big deal for me. But it's not just pulling it back like a Glock. You got to do a little bit of finagling sometimes. Oh God, yeah. Mark threes were a pain in the ass. Yeah, y'all are right there. Matter of fact, I'd rather throw it away than tear down a Mark III. Mark IV is a cakewalk. Push a button and it's down. But yeah, Pistol Pete, I thought they were because I talked to the CZ guy way back when, and I thought they were. I didn't know if something had changed. Yeah, I had a Ruger Mark III, and it was a pain in the ass to take apart. But I don't have the Mark III anymore. I only have the Mark IV. Yeah, Red Menace, I can't remember on the high power. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Yeah, I've shot the Alien, but I've never pulled it apart personally, but I've seen it taken apart. Um, Also, I do want to say this, and y'all know my dad's kind of going through it too, or some people might know. I did a chat last Saturday. It was just kind of a little personal chat and brought up a bunch of stuff that, I don't normally bring up. I kind of went a little more into some personal stuff and all that. But is this thing pausing? What are we doing here? You got to be kidding me. Hang on, hang on, hang on. I don't know what this thing's doing. Okay, I'm back. I don't know. This thing was having a delay. Sorry about that. Anyway, we've got a friend. He's not personally been on the chat, but he's been in the comment sections before, and he is a personal friend of mine. He's been diagnosed with cancer, and it's pretty rapid cancer. So if you can, say a prayer for him. Paul knows who he is. But anyway, man, it just came out of the blue and diagnosed, and it's pretty rapid. So, I've been praying for him and his family and hoping he pulls through this, but it's pretty bad. So, turn the Ruger upside down before closing the lever, everything falls into place. Yeah, like I said, when I took the Mark III apart, I had to, man, I hadn't taken it apart in a long time, and then I had to remember how to take it apart, and then I had to watch a video of how to take it apart because I was like, what in the hell? It was crazy on that Mark III. Another one that's horrible to take apart, and y'all probably don't know it, but the High Point PCC is a pain in the nuts to take apart. It is horrible. Um, it literally takes 45 minutes to take the damn thing apart. And the only reason I know is I had the old Planet of the Apes version. I think I bought it for like, I don't know, $70 or something, just to play around with. Way, way, way back when. Let's see here. Anybody excited about anything that's coming out? I did have a buddy that got a new pistol that hasn't been released yet and was telling me about it this morning. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. I'm not going to say what it is or what brand or any of that kind of stuff because it's not my place. But the way he was describing it, and he is ordering. I mean, he got that one, but he is ordering a new pistol as well. It's a higher end pistol, and I have never seen a video on it except for the manufacturer. I've never seen anybody buy one and run it. I've only seen the manufacturer talk about it, and it was actually a while back. So I want to see that one because supposedly it's like super, super, super high quality, but for a reasonable price, a more reasonable price. I want the Shadow 2 Compact. It will be a while. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to buy that one. Looking forward to winter. I agree, Pistol Pete. It is horrible. And it's like, man, it seems like every time you turn around, somebody's has it. I don't get it. No, it's not. It's not that one, Red Menace. No. For sure, Lynn, it is. You know, it's because right now with the economy and stuff, people are buying groceries and paying house payments and stuff like that. There's not a really there's just not, it's not a huge market for purchasing guns. So I and you and everybody else are seeing some really, low prices out there. So yeah, it's definitely a buyer's market. Ooh, best 22 LR pistol next to a SIG 322 for sure. The Taurus TX22 competition. I absolutely love that gun. I don't have the regular TX22, but I do have the TX22 competition, and that thing is fire. Now, the reason why it's fire is because I did put every tandem cross part in the world on it. The better trigger, I mean, the compensator, all of that stuff. But I really, really, really do love the Taurus TX22. That thing it's like a Ferrari of a 22. And it actually, I mean, I can now, of course, I kind of use two pistols for different things. Like my 22 Taurus TX22 competition is kind of like your fun, go fast Ferrari 22 pistol. And then the 322 is more of a bug out suppressor host. That's the way I do it. Yeah, the heat is freaking horrible. At home, it's 100, I think it was 105 or 106 today. Here, it was like 101. This heat is just freaking miserable, man. Heat is good news. Oh God, Clyde, I'm so sorry, man. That's awful. I'll definitely say a prayer for her, man. That is horrible. Sorry to hear that. What's up, Rodima? How are you, man? Long time no hear from. Keltec. I haven't shot that one. I have heard people say that the P17 is a great gun. Yeah, 105 with the 109 heat index. That's crazy, man. RMRC manufacturing rebate going on right now. No, we didn't, but you can go ahead and say that. But I will say this. The RMRCC, the reason why they're discounting it with the manufacturer's rebate and everything is because it has its own footprint. It has its own proprietary footprint, which is so stupid. So if you mill a gun or whatever, or get a plate, you have to get one specifically for that gun or mill it specifically for that gun. I think they're going to actually discontinue that, in my opinion. So I wouldn't put any money down on it. I would not buy one of those, and I'm just being honest. I've looked through one. I haven't shot one yet, but I've looked through one, and I'm not saying they're bad. It's just, man, with the RMSC footprint fitting everything now, that's pretty much the standard. I would not buy the RMRCC. I would not. And I know one person that has one, and the only reason he milled his gun for it is because he already had that dot. And when he bought it, he did not realize it had its own proprietary footprint. So he bought it because it was on sale. And then he was like, holy crap, it doesn't fit anything. So if he would have asked me, I would have told him. But, it is what it is. Wow, 80 to 90 degrees in Alaska? Wow. Man, that'd be awesome. The pole shift. Yeah, I mean, who knows? I'm sure somebody peed on a glacier or something, and that messed everything up. Maybe they'll go ahead and kick that thing in the butt, man. You're right. Maybe the third time we'll get rid of that mess. Got a strike one today. Haven't shot it yet, but appears to be high quality, good craftsmanship. Good deal. Yes, Floridian, I have seen him. The collector. Yeah, he has some not very nice guns, and they bought a new shooting ranch and all that other stuff. I don't watch him a lot, but I've seen him before. Indoor shooting range and stuff. I mean, that's really cool. Mosquitoes are the size of horseflies in Alaska. Yeah, we got a bunch of freaking mosquitoes in Texas too. Now I don't know if they're the size of horseflies, but they'll definitely tear you up. Same height as the RMR. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, my dad's going through that right now too. So he does have I mean, not in the lungs and the throat, but he is scheduled for also to have the full body, I guess, imaging because they want to check his brain, the full throat, and then all the way down to his calves to see if it's spread anywhere before they start the radiation. So I don't know, man. It just sucks. We used to have some shirts that said the mosquitoes were the Texas state bird too. I've seen those in Texas. Georgia state bird, yeah. I think every state probably has those shirts too that pop out every year. Let's see here, but yeah, and I was going to ask, is there, I'm been so busy with work, but however, I am going to start doing more videos at the range. Pretty much told myself because I'm kind of getting Jones in to shoot. So I wanted to ask, do you want to see more 9mm content, shotgun content, AR content, bolt gun content? What would y'all like to see? 22 content? I've got rifle 22s, bolt gun 22s, pistol 22s, 308s. What do y'all want to see? What would you like to see? I'm just curious. Yes, I did hear about that, Pranic. I certainly did hear about that. Yeah, Bill Gates, dude, he's a squirrely son of a bitch. Also, I don't know, you probably know, and other people do, is buying up all that farmland and shit and coming out with that fake meat. They're putting basically glue in. It's called meat glue. Man, it's fake meat, and when you pull it apart, you know how you have like the fat and stuff in meat. This is like glue. It looks like a damn glue. It's engineered meat. I'm like, I don't know why the hell people would eat some of that crap. Nerf gun content. Okay, 9mm and 45. Yeah, Rodama, I pretty much don't even go to the gun shows anymore. They've all just gone to hell. Um, it's like beef jerky purses. They're just selling all kinds of cheesy shit. And also, even when you go to the booths, if they have guns and stuff, I mean, you can get them cheaper at a damn gun store. They used to be able to get really good deals there, but not so much anymore. I'm not saying every table. I'm just saying the majority of it. You pay, what is it, like $9 to get in. You walk around, and I mean, if you're going to find like military surplus stuff, yeah, you can find a lot of that there. But just your basic stuff that everybody else has, they're just not wheeling and dealing like they used to way back in the day. Now they might be now. They might be now because of the economy and stuff right now. Yeah, your name is Pistol Pete. That's true. Bolts and 9mm. Yes, for the content. Heard about the meat. I've been happy with the cooking shows. Any gun activity is icing on the cake. Yeah, and I did do the cooking last week. That was fun. Ribeye came out awesome. Of course, sausage came out awesome. But it's kind of hard to, as long as you don't poke into the sausage and break the casing, it's kind of hard to mess that up. But I've seen people poke the damn casing and then mess up their sausage. So don't want to do that. Gun shows are trash. Yeah, it's just I haven't been to a gun show, man, in like 4 years, probably. I'll tell you the only another reason. Here's one thing that gun shows can be good for. If you live in Texas or in a free state that allows you to do this, taking some of your older pistols or rifles or whatever to a gun show, and then selling them. And I'm the guy that checks their LT or their license to carry, and I do a bill of sale. I don't just do that. And in Texas you can. I could just sell it to anybody, but I kind of check it because if something happens, I don't want to be the guy, that sold it and stuff. I mean, I actually do a true bill of sale and check their credentials. I don't just sell it to anybody. Um, but if you ever had anything to sell, sometimes you can go and get rid of some stuff that you don't want. You can make a lot more doing it that way to an individual versus trading it in at a gun store. I would like for you to shoot the DWX at an indoor range. I think one of the guys at Texas Gun Experience, if I remember correctly, I think he did get one. So I could probably get a hold of him and, have him bring it and maybe I could shoot it. So I'll have to ask him, but I'm pretty sure he got one. Yeah, Rodham, I figured, like I said, you can find a lot of mil spec stuff and, kind of one off stuff that's hard to find. Sometimes you can find them at gun shows. P10C Gen 1 for the low price of $600. Woohoo! No, they're still, David, they are still milking the hell out of that. They're calling it engineered meat. Uh, they're coming out with, it's not like the veggie meat. It's actually fake meat. And they're trying to push it as real meat. It's a whole kind of new line they're coming out with now. Oh, it's nasty. Yep, and I remember Pranic when I had Mosins, I bought them. They were in a bucket, like a big 55-gallon barrel, and there was a pile of them in there. And I bought two of them. I bought two of them for like $200, and then I bought what was the other one? They were the 7.62 by 39 SKSs. He had a bucket of Mosins and he had a bucket of SKSs, and I bought two SKSs, and they were both the German SKSs, not the Chinese, way back in the day. I bought two of those things for like $250, $260. They were kind of beat up, scratched up, but they were the actual real deal. You don't find that stuff anymore like that. And of course, I was an idiot and sold both of them. I sold both of those Mosins and both the Mosins and both of the SKSs. Now I did well on them. I made way more than I paid for them because that was the heyday where everybody was looking for them, for 50 legal state things. But yeah, I haven't seen that crap anymore for a long time. Hey, Wilden Wildarm, how are you, man? I hope you got over your situation. He was going through some stuff too. I want to see you fire up the ultimate truck gun setup. Yeah, I mean, I could probably do that. Looks like we're getting some wins also, for the 2A. Speaking of that, with braces and stuff like that, it looks like some stuff's about to come down on that. Rodima says, Big J, I'd like to see more video content on gear like holsters, belts, storing ammo, magazines, prepping for SHTF. Okay, I can do that. And I do have some holster stuff that will be coming too. Hello, Jason Fisher. How are you? Yeah, Washington, I'm telling you, man, you guys are dealing with some crazy stuff. SKSs were banned in Washington. Holy crap. Good Lord. Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, I actually know a guy that still has a crate. It was sealed, but he's opened it. But he's never fired any of them. And it's a whole crate of, are they SKSs? I think they're SKSs, if I remember right. I think they're SKSs. Um, but they had a crate, where they're like some of these military surplus things, buy them by the crate. He bought a whole crate of them. And I think he still has them. No, We won't be. Hunters and gatherers can go kill animals, and you know, I've skinned many deer. I know how to do it. Never actually personally hacked up a cow, but I think I could do it if I needed to. But I have skinned many deer, and I've done some pigs. So, I mean, no, you can become a hunter and a gatherer, and you don't have to be a vegetarian if that's what you want. I'm not eating no damn fake meat. During World War II, the IBM company made M1 carbines. They were not rare, $700 in good shape at a gun show in 2019 with 4 mags and a cleaning kit. Damn, I didn't know they did that. Whole crate of French fries. Oh, French rifles. I'm sorry, I thought you said French fries. Only dropped once, yeah. Ooh. LPVO, ACOG, or Red Dot. DC, it's all depending on what you want to do with it. If you're really wanting to reach out and touch someone, LPVO. ACOG, some people don't like, the eye relief on them, or they don't like that. I'm not saying it's a bad choice. ACOGs have been around forever, or Red Dot. Red Dot for me would be, and I don't have the eyes I used to. Red Dot for me is like, honestly, within 100 yards. I feel even more comfortable at about 75 yards on a rifle, just because my eyes aren't what they used to be. Um, in my opinion, I would go with LPVO or a Red Dot, depending on your distance, or you could go LPVO and then a side small Red Dot. Or you could put it on the top. It's the only thing I like to run the taller mounts. I like 193s. So if you go 193 on your scope, then your dot is going to be like a 2.24 or something crazy. It's way the hell up there. So, and with my big ass neck, it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal for me, but it just depends on the height of the scope mount and everything that you're running. But, I would stay with LPVO or Red Dot personally. Yeah, French don't need rifles. They'll surrender, or they'll have somebody else fight their battles, or hope that they'll fight their battles. Yeah, we got about 10 minutes left. If there's anything that y'all can, think about, that, if there's any specific gun that you're wanting to see me shoot or go over. Another thing that I was going to do, I am going to be going back through some of my favorite pistols, kind of like ones I'll never get rid of. A lot of people, or not a lot, but I've had a few people ask me about that, like which pistols would you never get rid of? And I thought about kind of, maybe getting some together and just be like, hey, here's some that I'll never ever get rid of. Um, and that would just be for my own reasoning, and I'll tell why in the videos if you want. Um, I could do that with rifles. I could do that with shotguns or whatever. But I thought about kind of doing some of those as well. Eat bugs. Yeah, no reason to eat bugs if you got all that beef. That was the point of my comment. Favorite pistols? Yeah, I can do something like that. What's your thoughts on the ATF new regulation trying to backdoor universal background checks because either Unsafe Communities Act, like I've said before, Jason, um, a regulation. All gun regulations are tyranny, period. Um, so comes to a point, I understand it depends on where you live, but you know, you can you can stand up and do what you want to do, or, and I'm not being disrespectful, or you can fold like a lawn chair. Um, there's got to be a point where you're just like, I'm not saying, lose your family and all that kind of stuff, but with certain things, enough's enough. Open question: Arrow M5 or Sig Tread 716i? Both are in 308. 16 6.5 inch barrel. Which would you choose? The Arrow. I'm not a Sig fan. I think y'all know that. Sig hates me, and I'm not trying to, you know, hate on anybody's Sig. Sig hates me, and I pretty much hate Sig. I've been screwed over in the past, not once, not twice, not but three times, uh, with multiple guns, and I'm done with Sig. So if you like Sig and all that other stuff, that's cool. I'm not trying to be a butthead or anything like that. I'm just telling you my honest opinion. I'm done with Sig. If you check some of their newer rifles, I mean, you can take the barrel and pull it all the way over to the handguard, and it freaking stays there. I mean, it's just shit like that. I'm just like, really? You know, good Lord. And you're giving that, never mind. I don't even want to get in that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where I was going with that, Jason. ATF is going to continue to pull shit out of their ass. They're like a Pez dispenser. They just pull shit out of their ass. Um, and if something doesn't stick, they're going to go to something else. They're going to go to something else. For what they're trying to do, honestly, right now, everybody knows that they are worthless. They do not need to be around. ATF is a worthless bureau, period. They do not need to be in business. So they are trying to justify their job with more bullshit. And it needs to stop. So pretty much, it reminds me of like the Peanut Teacher. If y'all ever watched the Peanut, wah, 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 all that bullshit is just going in one ear and out the other ear with me. I do not listen to all this horse shit and just soak it all in and go, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't fret that shit. I just don't. I'm done. So, maybe a reunion. Yes, I did. I texted KS the other day. He's been super busy. Uh, 17 put out a video the other day and I commented on it. I mean, it's just, man, everything's so busy, but I will try to set that up because I've been wanting to do that too. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And we're still friends. Don't think anybody's hating on anybody. We all love each other. Yeah, I did see that. Somebody slowed it down and all that other stuff, and supposedly the pistol was a little bit out of the holster, so they're thinking maybe a key got in there and hit the trigger. I don't know. Um, I'm just tired of all that shit too. It's just like, man, ugh. It's like, golly, man. It just seems to be happening like so damn much. Yeah, HK hates. They hate the poors. They hate the civilians. I mean, HK's kind of always been like that. I've owned HKs in the past. They're not bad guns at all, and I never really had any trouble with them. I mean, they were pretty much trouble free. So, but not my SIGs. I've told you I had a 1911 SIG nightmare. I had an X5 nightmare. I had a 320 nightmare. Uh, haven't had any of their rifles, and I won't buy any. But that's three pistols. The only thing I own with SIG right now is the P322. That is the only SIG I personally have right now. Yeah, I mean, Arrow makes good stuff. I mean, I personally haven't had any problems with Arrow, and I have a lot of their stuff. Um, you know, like I said, I think I have a couple of uppers and like three lowers, and I haven't had any issue with them. I like them. So, and you're right. I mean, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, so to say, with the quality. Now, as far as the super, super, super longevity of it, I haven't put one through like battle testing and all of that kind of stuff. So I can't speak for that personally, but I mean, I think they make good stuff. SIG quality is not up to par to me, but why are people going so crazy over them? I mean, they come out with a new gun. It seems like monthly, or there for a while they were like every other month. And sometimes it's just putting lipstick on one they already had, but it's offering something people want. And like I said, I'm not hating on them, but they're just not for me. So anybody that has one that loves it, that's cool. I'm not hating on your gun. I can only speak for what happened to me. And yes, they're old. Pistol Pete's exactly right. They're they're old frames and they're old pistols like the Legions and stuff like that. They're not bad guns. They did have a Legion coating problem at one time, but that was the earlier ones. They're 226, 229. All of those have been really good guns in the past. I mean, I'm not hating on them. Yep, my own FN, they hate me too. If you could pick free of charge any production handgun, rifle, or shotgun, what would it be? What I would really like is I would like and they're not even out officially yet. I would really like the new Q boombox, the 8.6 semi-auto rifle. I would really like to have an 8.6 boombox. It's made by Q. You can look it up if you haven't seen it. I would really like to have one of those. Um, any production handgun? I mean, maybe an FK Bruno, but the ammo would be stupid. Just because I think it's a cool, cartridge. I've never even shot it, but I just think, with its capabilities, that's kind of cool. I mean, there's nothing super exciting there. Shotgun, I pretty much have all the shotguns I like or want or need, so don't really have a quest for a shotgun there. Um, Probably that 8.6 beatbox or boombox. That's probably what I like. How easy to grow potatoes? I've never grown potatoes, so I don't know. I've shot Atlas pistols. They're super nice, but I mean, I've got my Masterpiece Arms DS9, and it's a great pistol, and it's pretty damn close to an Atlas. I'm not saying it's exactly, but it's just, I mean, Infinities are really nice pistols. They're super expensive, but they're very nice pistols. But is it so much more nicer than my Masterpiece? I mean, if you want something bedazzled and something that's kind of a one-off, yeah, Infinity is that, but you're also looking at 7 to 8 grand for a 2011. Nighthawk TRS comp is cool too. Have I shot a CZ shotgun? Yes, I have shot one. It wasn't mine though. I'm real picky on shotguns because I can't use the little button safety because of my fingers. I'm a big Mossberg fan, so I do like the top tang. That's just me. Yes, I own one, Clyde. M&P 22 compact. It's a great pistol. It's just not optic ready, but it is a really good pistol. It shoots great, super accurate. Matter of fact, feeds nicely. And that is the compact model is the one that's officially made by Smith & Wesson. The full-size one was made by Walther, and mine was a piece of shit. So I got rid of it. But the 22 compact pistol is legit. And I still have one to this day. But I wish it was optic ready. Pretty much all my pistols now, if it doesn't come optic ready and I'm not willing to mill it to make it optic ready, I'm just not even going to get it. I'm just being honest with you. Irons, backup irons are great, but just an iron pistol, I have no need for one anymore. My eyes are aging or older. I don't believe really, and let's just focus on the front sight, the old school. Once you shoot a dot and you can see everything and you can see your target and be completely target focused, I personally, and I'm not knocking anybody that likes irons, I just see no reason in me going back to an only iron gun. And I still own them. I still have plenty of iron only guns. But you notice I really don't shoot them anymore. So, but it is 8:04. I'm cutting into Chris's chat, so I don't want to do that. But we will do this next week. And if y'all have any questions, comments, anything like that after the chat, or want to see anything specifically that you know that I have, throw it in the comments after the chat, and I will read them, and we'll start a list and get some things going. So I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all be safe out there. Love one another. Pray for everyone that's having an illness and all this mess going on. We want everybody to be well and positive, and hopefully everything works out for everybody. But I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a great night. Be safe out there, and remember, an unarmed nation is a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on. Take care, everyone. I appreciate it.